For the last 150 years, 130 years, every few years, it seems, the newspapers are consumed with a controversy about what sort of information should be taught in schools. The question of how long it took to create this universe in which we live. And on the one side are those who, reading the Bible, seeing that it says God created the world in 6 days, and on the seventh he rested, insist that this is what must be taught. And on the other are those who, already believing that there is no God, looking at the created order as we see it, determined that we must rather believe that there is no God and the universe came into existence spontaneously over the course of billions of years. It is still billions, right? The amount of time changes. Now, I'm not going to go further in this. There are reasons to believe and argue, and people will have fun arguing over this in the newspapers for 100 or 200 or 500 or 1,000 years more. In the church, however, when we read the book of Genesis, when we see that it was in 6 days that God created all things, and on the seventh day he rested from all his labors, we see, among other things, a prophecy of this moment, because it is today great and holy Friday, the great sixth day, the day of preparation. And on this day, our Creator has walked this earth, weighed down by the burden of a cross. On this day, those feet that tread the ground in Eden have been pierced. On this day, those hands that fashioned all things have been affixed to the wood. On this day, the Lord has looked down on his creation from on high, and beholding it in its brokenness, nonetheless, he says, Teteleste, it is finished. It is perfect. It is very good. And having completed his labors on this great and holy seventh day that we now begin, the Lord rests from all his labors in a tomb hewn from the rock that he has made. This is the end of our grieving. This is the end of our sorrow. This moment of finality is the very moment that we begin to rejoice. When you come back again at 6, the purple will be gone from the chandeliers, from the priest. You see already the tomb is adorned not in the purple of grief, but the white and red of triumph, of joy, of light. Because God, having completed his work, resting now from all his labors, is still working. He descends even now to Hades and fills the darkness and emptiness of deepest separation from God with himself. He cries out to those who are bound. He raises up those who have fallen. And our eyes cannot yet see it, but we know that this is what is happening. So therefore, because we have received this gospel from those who at the moment did not know, for the disciples did not know that this was a victory. The mother of the Lord did not know that her son would rise. Therefore, we veil our joy. Not only because they did not know, but because we too, we still walk in this veil of tears. But we know. We know light will dawn. Life will rise. Our Savior will come to us again. And therefore, in deep silence, in awe, and in hidden and veiled joy, we prepare from now for the resurrection. God bless you all. May the Lord keep you always. We hope to see you at 6 o'clock tonight. If not, tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, we let loose our songs of triumph and exaltation. And tomorrow night at 11, we receive the light. Kali Anastasia, blessed resurrection.